Go.
Hi, I'm Nick Santana.
Manny Godinez.
Miranda. I'm Eliott Watson.
And today we're going to be constructing a car out of everyday materials. After looking at various rubber band powered cars, we came across another type of car that we really liked. This one being a balloon powered car. So we researched it and operated around the same parameters as the video that we came across.
After watching videos on YouTube, we came across a website, sciencebuddies.org, and it gave us a good idea of how to construct our car, giving us procedures and other tools to create the car.
The first step of making the car is we're gonna poke holes into these Gatorade caps. Alright, now you poked holes in these just to make sure. Okay, and then the next step is we're gonna glue the blue straws to the cardboard. Okay, you're gonna glue it, right?
Yep. We are doing one straw on top and one on the bottom, so the front end of our car sits a little bit lower than the rear end. And we already made marks where we want our straws to sit on the car, so I'll put splotches of glue there. Alright, and then put the straw there.
Put some more. Wait, I think we should put some more.
Oh, put it there, then I'll just go along the side. Along the side. Okay, now go ahead and flip it around. The cardboard.
Is it stuck?
Huh?
Okay, after gluing one of the blue straws, now we're gonna cut both of the skewers at 13 centimeters. Okay. Okay, so now that we glued both of the straws and we let them both dry, we're going to attach the skewers to the bottle caps and put it through the straw. There's one.
Whoa. Oh, there's both of them.
Okay, so there's the front. So now we're gonna do the back two.
Best believe we are.
Best believe it.
Strong.
And that's,
Now we're gonna make sure our wheels are straight and on tight. And we're gonna put a little bit of hot glue to keep the wheels on there and from not moving. So that real straight.
Make sure they're not rubby.
Oh, this is rubber. Oh, that's like crooked.
Alright, so we're gonna use this to like raise our balloon higher so it doesn't rub against the ground. And we're gonna draw some decoration on here. So this is our decoration.
Okay, now we're gonna hot glue it to the front of our car. Man, you wanna hold that there? Make sure it's straight.
Well, first you're gonna have to put it down and bottom it first anyways.
Okay.
Is that on it?
Lean it back a little bit more. Lean it back a little more. Enough hot glue?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We'll just let it dry for a little bit.
It's hot, right?
Yeah. After doing several tests, we learned that we need to lower the straw and raise the balloon so it doesn't hit the ground.
Progress?
Yeah, after doing several tests and races, we learned that we needed to lower the straw and raise the balloon so it doesn't hit the floor and make it turn sideways. So now we're gonna hot glue the straw down to the cardboard. Okay, we do that.
Here's a video of our final car run running along next to a tape measure to see what our distance covered is. Here's our displacement versus time graph. In this graph, we counted each tile on the floor, and each tile on the floor was precisely 0.305 meters. This graph shows the displacement and the change in displacement of our car over a course of 5 seconds. In 5 seconds, our car moved over 12 tiles. And shown on this graph, the red line is the displacement meters and the green line is the change in displacement. This graph shows the time it took for our car to travel the distance of 12 tiles across the classroom. The red line shows the time it took, which was 5 seconds, and the green line shows the change in time between each tile. Our car started to accelerate at the beginning of the trip, which is why this time decreases, and then the car starts to decrease, which is why the slope of the green line increases. This graph shows the velocity and the change in velocity that our car showed over the course of its race. Our car increased its velocity at the beginning of the race, and then when the balloon started to lose air, the velocity slowly decreased. This graph shows the acceleration of our car over the period of its race. As the graph shows, at first, the acceleration of the car was very high, then it slowly started to decrease towards the end of the race.
Okay, after all the data we've collected and the research that we've done, we've come to the conclusion that our car accelerates pretty fast, but it slows down towards the end.
The problems that we encountered were our car wasn't going very straight, and during the construction phase, the hot glue gun melted some of the straws, so we had to do it a few times.
Next time we would make a car, we would change the wheels. We would make them bigger so that the car goes in a straighter line.